Take the boomerang. Back up.
Stay still.
So what we're doing right now is we're just hanging out in the jungle, so that way I can get poke on the enemy duo without having the issue of the minions poking me. You can see I can walk up, I can shoot at them, and if I hit them, the minions will start aggroing me, but I can just walk back in the jungle, and then I take no poke from them at all. Ooh, got the nice double stun there, and our passive procs, we going on the rampage. That's his blink. Very nice stuff. Yeah, Zinx is a very good early game support because you get such good poke. And the early stun is super nice. And then at level 2, you take the heal, and your heals are just so nice. No need for me to pop my potion just yet. We're going to play a little greedy. Going to greed it out. Take the heal, heal a Drongo. There we go. I really like Zinx. She's a super fun healer. Alright, now we just keep clearing the wave right now. Normally you want to be iffy on like hard clearing the wave, but you know, here our wave clear is not the best, so it's just good for us to push the wave with Drongo because we don't want to run a situation where they out clear us and then they can go for the camp because their camp secure is much better than ours if they go on the gold camp. So us keeping this pressure is actually pretty important. The stun on Rampage. He kind of inted here. I don't know if he's dead, but he's taking a lot of poke. There we go. Got our passive up. Nice heal on Drongo. Now we just keep playing safe. Keep doing what we're doing. We hit level 3, so we go in for the slow into the stun. Sereth is diving him. Can we get the kill, Sereth? No. Oh, she does.
You did well.
If I didn't heal that Drongo, he dies. Sereth might be dead here. I have nothing for her. Yeah. We at least got Drongo out, and we got first blood, so that's just worth it for our team. He's backing, so we'll back with him. One of the key things about support in Predecessor is similar to League of Legends, because of how the actual core gameplay is designed. Item advantage is very important in the game, so back when you can, get your items, and then head back to lane. There's no camps to clear other than that gold camp, so you know, you don't be afraid to just back. Once wave is done, feel free to back, get your items, head back to lane. Versus a game like Smite, to all my Smite viewers watching this, you know, when you clear a wave in Smite, your goal is to go get the like side camps, the back camps, but that's not in Predecessor. You know, your main focus of XP and gold is the wave, so. Alright, we're gonna try to contest this gold camp. They might just have it, but we want to at least try. Yeah, looks like they already finished it. What I was saying earlier, it's very important that we keep as much pressure as we can because their objective control is very strong.
Even further.
Now, a lot of people like to level the 1 and or the right click on Zinx. That is the boomerang or the heal. I personally like preferring the heal, and that's what we're gonna do here, just because it lets us keep our carry alive for a little bit longer.
This will keep hurting.
Okay, great vision on the Sevarog there. He's gonna break that ward more than likely, but we can put another one down. Because that was our carry's ward.
You're not going anywhere.
Okay, back up. No reason to take free poke. All right, he's left, so let's put our ward down. Only downside is now we don't have a ward for Fangtooth, but Sereth is here, so that's not super an issue. And honestly, Sevarog doesn't solo Fangtooth ever, in my opinion, so we should be fine. Right, they clearly have a ward here because they're hitting shots at me in the jungle, so they have vision in the jungle. Great, we got a crest evolved. That's really nice. Hit the double stun. There we go. And we should get some good poke. Slow on the rampage. Heal this Drongo, and we just keep backing up now. Yeah, while they're diving your ADC, you can heal them up, you can heal your ADC, stun the enemy, and also just keep pressure on them while they're trying to dive. And that's really your main game plan as Zinx. You actually do really good damage, so heal when your heal's up, and then also poke when you can poke. You can't really body block on her because she's so skinny, but you're able to do other support things while they're diving. It's really nice. All right, now we don't need to really touch this wave. Let's just hang out. We are out of mana again, so we can look for a back here soon. We have our crest up, so let's try to hit an auto so we can get that gold. Here we go. We get the stun too, and the slow. Right. I'll get a ward here, unless Rongo is. Oh, he warded up. Okay, I'll ward here. Really great poke from us. Let's pop our second health potion. And be a little conservative on our mana. Heal him, though. That's important. If we can heal him. But we're not going to use our Q or our E right now. We're just going to focus on autoing and healing.
Their shots.
We want to make it so he doesn't have to back unless he wants to. Get the stun. We're out of mana, so we can't use our heal just yet. We also have our ult now. For those of you that don't know, Zinx ult is a resurrect ability. If you're a Smite viewer, think of Kepri ult, except it doesn't bring them to you. It keeps them in place where they died. Hit that shot. There we go. Just trying to get our gold from our crest. Very basic stuff. You know, just clearing wave. This is the dual lane dance. You play around your ADC and you wait for them. Your main goal as support in these early game fights is just help your ADC get as strong as they can. So your job is to support them through that. Because late game, they're going to be a monster. They're going to kill any tank. They're going to kill any objective. And that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for that late game. And again, we're still low on mana. So all we're doing is we are focusing on healing and autoing. No other abilities unless we absolutely have to. And we have quite a bit of cash, so ideally after this wave, we go for a back after we put a ward on the Feint Tooth. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to force this wave and we're going to shove it by using our Q on it to do some damage. And if we get a few last hits here, that's okay, because we really want to push this wave down. And now I'm going to call out that we're leaving. So we can go get a ward on Feint Tooth. Now we're going to go ahead and back. That ward on Feint Tooth is super important because it makes it so their jungler doesn't just be able to solo it. And we have Sevarog here, so we're fine, though. We don't need to use anything. We plan on backing anyway, so we're really not worried. Alright, we got Murdoch ult and Sevarog ult, and all we did was trade my ult, so that's very worth it. Our ult's on a very long cooldown, but we got both of theirs, so that's very good. And again, we have that Feint Tooth ward, so we know they're not going to be able to go on that. So we have that vision, and now we back, we get Marshall. Now, I like getting this Divine Potion as soon as you can, because the mana regen is very important on a character like Zinx, because you want to be healing as often as possible. And as you can see, her heal has a very hefty mana cost, being 100, and you only have 500 mana, so very important to get that up as often as possible. Seraph is soloing this. Let's go help her out. Job. That's the importance of those Feint Tooth wards. As support, your job is not toward the lane, it's toward the Feint Tooth. Let your ADC ward lane, you ward Feint Tooth. We're gonna blink in so we can get the heal. If we don't blink in there, our Drongo is just straight up dead. Yeah, we absolutely needed to blink in there to save him. You know, it sucks because we used our blink, but we get him out, and that's all that matters. Because again, our job as support is to make him as strong as possible, and this is how we do that. We make it stronger by having him not die, right? Now, again, you can see we're already out of mana because we had to heal him so much, but you can see the healing is so nice, so we just got to play around that. Same game plan as before. Focus on healing, only use other abilities if we absolutely have to, and just auto.
Insufficient mana. Ow.
I'd really like for him to back. He's super low, and he hasn't backed in a while, but he's playing super aggressive. Yeah, I think he might be dead here.
Not enough energy. Stay still.
I have no idea why he didn't retreat and why he tried to go in there. But that sucks. We can only get him out of the one situation. We can't get him out of everything. So we did everything we could there. Now let's back, get this divine potion, and go from there. We're also going to go for tranquility. We don't super need the cleanse. We don't super need the disruption. I like the extra healing on tranquility, especially with how aggressive our ADC is playing and a little scary he's playing. So I think this can be super nice. Next item, I'm going to go Crescalia. Some more mana regen and also for more damage because we're autoing a lot this game. We're getting some value out of it, especially with Marshall. So I'm going to go for that. And then after that, we're going to start looking at some anti-heal. We can get Tainted Scepter. That could be pretty good. We could also get Tainted Totem, but I don't think the Zinx is a very good Tainted Totem user because you can only heal one person, so you're not getting a ton of value out of that item. But that being said, it's still an option. You know, it's still an anti-heal option. The one benefit of Tainted Scepter is it does have... Or Tainted Totem, sorry, is it does have more mana regen on it. But now that we have our 3 wards from our crest, we can actually ward lane and feint tooth. You know, earlier I was saying it's not your job to ward lane to support, but now that we have triple wards, now we can actually ward the lane.
This will keep hurting.
Keep Drongo alive, pop our potion, try to juke as many shots as we can. Hit that slow. Heal him, and we'll pop our tranquility. Here we go. Yeah, our Drongo's playing pretty aggressive, which is good. You want your ADC to play aggressive. That's how you actually make plays. But him playing as aggressive as is into the Rampage is a little spooky. Okay, Rampage is actually out of mana here. Not sure what he's doing. That's a pretty sus play. We have our ultimate up too. Yeah, Rampage just out of mana trying to go in there is an absolute horrible play. He just let his ADC die. As once he went in, he had nothing to protect his ADC with, so... Once he threw that rock, he kind of just assigned the death certificate for his ADC. Now, again, we just keep healing the Drongo. See if we can hit that stun. We do hit the slow on top of it. Tons of poke on that Rampage. And, of course, we keep healing our Drongo. Basic stuff. Very basic stuff. He's taking tower shots, so, again, we just do our best to keep him alive. Here you go, buddy. Now, Zinx has a ton of healing in her kit, so you want to make sure you're using it as often as you can when your ADC's low. Alright, they popped my ult. He might still be dead here, but we at least tried. Yeah, there's nothing else we could do for him there. We healed him, we ulted him, we got the tower, but he ended up dying. That's honestly worth it, but he might be a little salty. But, you know, it is a worth trade. We got the tower. We do run the risk of them going feint tooth now because our jungler's on the right side of the map and Sevarog was over here and feint tooth is about to spawn. But we should be okay. As long as I don't let this Murdoch push for free, then we should be good. Now we are out of mana, but back in here would be a horrible mistake because then Murdoch gets this tower and we want to make sure that does not happen. We also don't want to die, so if he gets the tower, he gets the tower, but we're just trying to defend it as much as we can. We hit the stun. We know Seraph's coming to gank, so we're not going to play super scared. We weren't able to connect the slow. That's okay. We're out of mana now. She's on him. We're going to try to support as much as we can, but at the end of the day, remember, we're super low. We can't really do much, so don't feel bad if we can't full commit. We hit the stun on him. We hit the slow, too. There we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and back. We used our tools as much as we could. Nothing else we could do there, so let's go ahead and back. We know Sevarog is over there, so let's ping him.
According to plan.
And we'll continue building that, and we'll head back to duo. Now that their tower is gone, we could start looking to rotate here, but honestly, the way we're building and the way we're playing, we're really playing off our ADC, so it would be a mistake to just abandon our ADC completely and go to mid. That being said, he did just die, so no risk versus staying duo while he's dead. We obviously don't want them to get poked too much poke on the tower, but, you know, we have another way to push up, so we should be okay to go mid here. That's the second feint tooth. So overall, we're doing pretty good this game. You know, it's a very low kill game for both teams, but we're doing very good. No, we're not surrendering. You crazy? Beautiful stun on the Reyna. Should just be dead here. Yes, beautiful teamwork there. Yeah, if you can hit your abilities on Zinx, you are setting your team up for big success. She's a very powerful support if you use her properly. No need ult there. All right. We have ult here, so we're not super afraid. Let's stun the rampage, slow the rampage. We're out of mana. No mana for ult. I used the heal instead. That was a mistake. I should have ulted him. That's entirely on me. But we have ult for Seraph. Let's just get her out. Get her out. All right.
Their shots.
Don't be afraid, or don't be sad if your ult doesn't get the revive. You know, it still gives you other things other than the resurrect. So ulting just to get them out is very important. But yeah, I healed the howitzer there, and that was a mistake. I should, if I ulted him, he lives. Probably still dies, but he lives for like a second longer, and then maybe we get like an outplay or something. But I should have just rezzed him, but I went for the heal instead, and that used up too much of my mana, so I couldn't revive him. I didn't look at my mana bar, unfortunately. All right, so now we want some anti-heal. Again, we were talking about Tainted Totem being okay, but overall, I think Tainted Scepter is a little bit better on her, just because you can apply it a little bit easier. So I think we're probably just gonna do that. We're gonna get 2 of these and then go for that. Our Drongo got soloed and left, it looks like. That's not very nice. Yeah, honestly, we're kind of the glue holding our team together. If we misplay, then our fights go horribly. Because, you know, we misplayed and then everything went south in mid. And we weren't in duo, and then Drongo's just dying. So it's very clear our impact this game because of how much they actually need us to be successful. So gotta keep that in mind. This is a massive wave. We're not trying to clear it. We're just trying to damage it a little bit so that way it doesn't do too much tower poke. We want Drongo to clear it more than anything. All right, did not hit the stun. That's okay. Oop. Heal him. Hit the slow on Rampage. I think Rampage is actually pretty bad into Zinx overall because he's just a free target for me to land my stun, and if I land my stun on him, it's usually a free stun on the carry too. It's also very easy to get my passive on him. Right, remember, keep healing Drongo. That is our game plan. Here you go, Drongo. So much poke on that Rampage. Ooh, could not get the heal. That's so sad. Gotta back up. That Drongo took way, way, way more damage than I was expecting him to take. We gotta blink out here. Yeah, they're gonna get this tower. That's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Good rock attempt from Rampage. I respect it. Yeah, it's not looking too good anymore for our team. You know, we are ahead in Faint Tooths, but we are down in towers, and we're also down. Actually, I guess we're about even in towers because, you know, they got our tier 2, but we got their tier. Actually, okay, no, it's no longer even in towers. Now they're for sure ahead in towers. That's because we had their tier 1 and right, but now with them getting the mid tower as well, that's just not great. So we're down in kills. We're still ahead in Faint Tooths, but they have a lot more towers than us. So this is still very winnable. You know, nothing to be dooming over about. But we just gotta be very mindful about our team's positioning right now and the state of the game. All right, they're definitely grouping for Faint Tooth, so we gotta watch out for that. I don't necessarily want to back, so we're gonna pop that Tranquility and walk towards mid. Let's get a River Ward like right around here. Trying to ward up the Faint Tooth as much as we can safely. Hey, Seraph, if we want to try it, I'm down. Yeah, she does. Yeah, enemies in right lane, we can definitely try it. Getting this is actually massive. Even with us being down a ton of kills, 3 Faint Tooths is very huge. Oh, she started with Execute. That's not very good. Not very good at all. Okay, I don't think anyone's going to come to this because we know they don't have any vision on it because of our wards. We are definitely out-warding the enemy team, and vision is very crucial in a MOBA. Most of you should already know that, but yeah, as jungler, never start with your execute. I think that goes without saying, but you know, clearly the Seraph need to be told. Didn't super matter there, but overall, just very good practice. Please do not start with your execute as jungle. Huge poke on the Rena. Gotta be careful here. I am alone. I thought Howie was with me. He is not. So on the Rampage and then back up. Yeah, Zinx is just very good in a Rampage. We basically get free ability casts on him.
Returning to base.
All right, we're gonna back now. Very fun game so far.
According to plan.
Yeah, even if this is a loss, which is honestly, there's a good chance it is. Even if it's a loss, I think this will definitely be a video because I think we've played very well, and we've showcased a lot of what Zinx can do. And honestly, you're gonna lose your games. Even if you play really good, there's gonna be things you could have done better. You know, there was the moments that I called out myself where, hey, I could have revived him and left. If I anticipated the damage onto the Drongo, there's a moment I could have revived him too. But stuff like that's just gonna happen. You know, you're not gonna win every one of your games. Just important to recognize where you could have done better. You know, because even though in my opinion, I'm doing very well this game, I'm still recognizing there were moments I could have played better. And that's how you get better at MOBAs and just games in general, is even if you genuinely believe it's your team's fault, always try to figure out what you could have done better, and that's how you get better. Always look for what you could have done differently. And granted, it might not have been a game-winning play, but it's a bunch of tiny little things you could have done differently that could have just been the reason that your team won the game. Because you might not have been the reason your team lost, but were you the reason that your team won? And that's the difference there. Hey, Drongo. All right, let's get a ward here. Get a second ward here. Faint Tooth isn't up, so we're not going to ward that for a while. And we'll put our third ward up here, deep in the enemy jungle. All right, we got the stun on Murdoch. Hopefully Drongo can do damage. We got to watch out. Rampage is here. We have the healing, so we're not super afraid. Did Rampage not go a... Interesting. Okay, Rampage did not go a support crest. I didn't even look at his build yet, but that's very bad. He is so far behind in gold, actually. That explains so much. You know, he's gotten a few assists and some kills, but yeah, you always want to go support crest and support. That gold gain is very, very, very important. All right, we did everything we could for him there. Now we got to dip ourselves, but we're probably dead. Oh, great job, Rampage. He read the dash perfectly.
Stay still.
We outmaneuvered the hell out of them anyway, and we still get out. Oh, he's still chasing me. Ah, mad props, mad props. I respect the hustle. No, I went back in for the kill. Ah, I got greedy. I got greedy. That's on me. I thought I could kill him. Once he towered over me, I thought I could kill him, but, you know, I was one auto away. If I hit that last auto, he's dead. You know, sometimes you gotta go for it, and that was one of those times. And again, that's one of those little things that add up, you know, that misplay. It's not gonna cost us the game right now, but overall, little things like that stacked up will cost us the game, so. Overall, still had to try it. He was tower diving, try to punish him for it, but is what it is. They missed the auto. That's so sad. All right, what do we want now? We got some good anti-heal going. We got some good damage. We could go. I like going Lunaria on her a lot. She procs us very easily. Everbloom is also very good on her because you can proc it, and then you and your person you're healing get 5% damage mitigation, so it's very nice. But I think Lunaria is just a play here. We could also go, what are they called? Galaxy Greaves are a lot of fun. Give you good procs and some good mana regen, and the passive on it for the mobility is super nice. That also just could be a good play. But I think Lunaria, whatever you want to call it, is where we're going to go. Lunaria into Galaxy Greaves into a last item, Dynamo. Actually, Lunaria into Dynamo into Galaxy Greaves could also be good too. We'll see though, we'll see. Yeah, the longer this game goes, it is looking like it is probably going to be a loss, but we're gonna keep our heads up because we're doing pretty good. Our jungler's also doing pretty good. You know, our ADC is not doing the best. We're trying our absolute hardest to keep him alive and strong, but he's just playing a little too aggressive into the rampage. There's a nice little sweet spot of aggression versus passiveness that you want to find in a situation like this, where they have a very high damage assassin support and our Drongo. I love him because he's playing aggro, and most ADCs don't play aggro, but and they should absolutely be playing aggro, but he's just playing just a tiny bit too aggro. He needs to find that sweet spot.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we don't really steal this if he has his his execute, but we can try. Actually, we're just dead here. We get the revive, but I think we're still dead. Oh, no, we're not. Oof. Sucks that we had a self-revive, but at least we didn't die. I genuinely thought if they chased me, I die there, but...
Resupply.
Ooh, careful, Howie. I think you're killing yourself right now. Oh, he landed in the pit. No, Howie, what are we doing? Yeah.
Make progress.
That's unfortunate. No big deal. Like I said, you're not gonna win every one of your games. It is what it is. But we're still gonna try to win this one because we're having a good time. That's how you play the game.
Stop. You're not going anywhere.
Now we're just clearing. Making sure they don't get too much inhibitor pressure on us. Once your inhibitor dies, it's extremely hard to come back from it, so you really want to do whatever you can to make sure they don't get that inhibitor. And this is a smite tactic that I don't know is super important in Predecessor, but we're still going to do it because, you know, we at least know it's somewhat important in MOBAs, so. And what we're doing is we're just warding in front of the objective, so that way if people go on it, or if they try to split push, we know that they're going there. Yeah, there's just too many of them in right. I think we're going to lose our inhibitor. Good kill from the Howie. We lost left inhibitor for it, so he's dead here too. Yeah, I think that's just game. That's just game, unfortunately. There's a lot of problems that our team had as a whole. We definitely contributed to a few of them with some of our misplays, but there's overall our team just had a few problems that we couldn't quite overcome. So it is what it is. I think, like I said, this will still be a video. I think we played pretty well for the most part. We showcased what Zinx can do super well. I had a ton of fun. I feel like this will be a very informative and super fun video. I think we played early phenomenally into the mid game. I think the late game, the team's problems as a whole started to shine through, and you know, we weren't playing the best, so those little things that we did early on did start to add up, and then we weren't able to carry the game. But you know, I don't want to knock into my teammates. They all played the best of their abilities, so shout GG's to them. GG's to the enemy team. They played well. We can go ahead and take a look at the stats. We can see what the game overall looked like. Yeah, you can see we did 13k damage, almost as much as our jungler, almost as much as our solo laner, almost as much as our ADC, while also doing 16k healing. If we go down to wards and vision, you know, we placed 15, ADC placed 4, the rest of the team played 8. You know, so we were doing quite a lot. We were very impactful. It's just, you know, the team as a whole, we had a ton of problems, and we just couldn't clutch the win, so that's okay. You know, in a MOBA, you're going to lose about 50% of your games. Even if you're the best player in the world, you're going to win only about 60%. So here's what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, you know, leave a like and comment and whatnot. And subscribe, of course, for more Predecessor and Might support content. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.